Do you know the difference between a lion in the wild and a lion in a circus? One is the master of his fate, and the other is a performer waiting for a piece of meat. Most people today are living the circus life. They call it a stable job, but I call it a well-fed slavery. You are trading your greatness for a cubicle and your freedom for a monthly bribe. But today, the show ends. In this video, I'm going to show you why the eagle flies alone at 30,000 feet while the employees fight for crumbs on the ground. I am going to show you how to stop being a good boy for your boss and start being a sovereign king of your own business. But pay very close attention, because at the end of this speech, I will reveal the shadow trap, the one psychological mistake that makes 90% of people fail when they try to quit their jobs. If you don't know what this trap is, you will never be truly free. If you are ready to break the collar, let's begin. Stop for a second and look at your life. Are you building your own kingdom? Or are you just a high-paid bricklayer for someone else's empire? Let's be honest, and let's be brutal. A job is a gilded cage. It is a modern form of voluntary dependency. You are trading the most precious thing you own, your time, for a fixed price determined by someone who views you as an expense. When you work for someone else, you are fulfilling their vision, securing their children's future, and following their rules. Whether it's a small shop or a global startup, owning your hustle is owning your soul. Even a small business where you are the master is better than a corporate throne where you are a servant. It's time to stop asking for permission to be successful. Part 2. The lion's mindset. Steady, intense, commanding. Think about the lion. He is not the largest animal in the jungle. He is not the fastest. He is not the most intelligent. And yet, when he walks, the jungle stops. The lion wears no crown, yet he is the king. Why? Because of his mentality. He believes he is the king, so the world has no choice but to agree. He doesn't wait for a title. He doesn't wait for a promotion. He claims his space. If you want to lead, you must first convince yourself that you were born to rule your own life. If you see yourself as a victim of the economy, you will be a victim. If you see yourself as the master of your fate, you become the lion. Part 3. The eagle's flight. Deep, calm, philosophical. Now, look higher. Look at the eagle. While the crows scream and fight over scraps on the ground, the eagle flies alone at 30,000 feet. He doesn't need a flock. He is the symbol of sovereignty. The eagle doesn't fear the storm. He uses the wind of the storm to lift himself higher. To be an entrepreneur, to be your own boss, you must become the eagle. You must be comfortable with the silence of the heights. You must be self-reliant. You must have the vision to see the target from miles away and the courage to dive without hesitation. The sky belongs to those who are brave enough to fly alone. Part 4. The call to action. Soft, sincere, persuasive. Before we move to the final secret of this transformation, I want to ask you, does this resonate with the fire inside you? If you feel that spark, if you are ready to stop being a spectator and start being the protagonist of your story, then show your support. Like this video right now and subscribe to this channel. Join a community of people who refuse to be average. Your subscription is your first step toward claiming your independence. Part 5. The unfinished bridge. Building tension, leading to the next part. But here is the truth that no one tells you. Having the mindset of a lion and the vision of an eagle isn't enough. Many people start the journey, they quit their jobs, they launch the business, and then they vanish. There is a specific reason why 90% of people fail, even when they have the right motivation. There is a missing piece to this puzzle, a dark side to independence that you haven't been told about yet. If you think the struggle ends once you become your own boss, you are in for a shock. Because the real war doesn't happen in the market. It happens somewhere much closer. Section 6. The myth of security. Intense and fast-paced. We are told that a paycheck is a blessing. But look closer. A paycheck is actually a bribe they give you to forget your own dreams. It is a psychological drug that makes you addicted to comfort. Let me tell you a story about the elephant and the rope. When an elephant is a baby, the trainer ties its leg with a thin rope to a small wooden stake. The baby elephant pulls and pulls, but he isn't strong enough to break it. Eventually, he gives up. Years later, that elephant grows to be a 5-ton beast. He could knock down a building or uproot a tree with one move. But because he believes the rope can still hold him, he stands still, waiting for his master to feed him. Most employees are that 5-ton elephant. You have the power to create a legacy, but you are held back by a rope made of monthly bills and the fear of, what if I fail? You aren't staying for the money. You're staying because you've forgotten your own strength. Section 7. The Wolf and the Dog. The Philosophy of Freedom. There is an old fable about a hungry wolf who meets a well-fed house dog. The wolf sees the dog's shiny coat and full belly and says, "Friend, you live like a king. I struggle every day for a single bone." The dog replies, "Come with me. My master will feed you too, as long as you guard the door and wag your tail." The wolf is about to follow when he notices a mark on the dog's neck where the fur is worn away. "What is that mark?" the wolf asks. "Oh, that's just the mark from my collar," the dog says. "It's where my master ties me up at night." The wolf stops. He looks at his own ribs, thin from hunger, and then at the dog's collar. He turns back toward the woods and says, "Keep your feast, friend. I would rather die hungry and free than live a slave with a full stomach." Ask yourself, are you the dog wagging your tail for a bonus and a title? Or are you the wolf, willing to endure the cold of the forest to remain the master of your own path? Section 8. The Eagle's Loneliness. Slow, heavy, emotional. Being an eagle isn't just about flying high. It's about leaving the crowd behind. When an eagle reaches a certain age, his beak becomes bent, his talons become dull, and his feathers become too heavy to fly. He faces a choice: die, or go through a painful transformation. He flies to a mountaintop, knocks his beak against a rock until it falls off, and waits for a new one to grow. Then he plucks out his old talons and heavy feathers. It is a lonely, bloody, and terrifying process. This is exactly what it feels like to start your own business. You will lose friends. People will call you crazy. You will have months where you don't know if you'll survive. But you endure the pain because you know that on the other side of that mountain, you get another 30 years of soaring while others are still crawling. Section 9. The Final Call. Building tension for the next episode. If you've listened this far, it means the collar is starting to itch. It means you are tired of the stake in the ground. You are ready to be the lion who rules without a crown and the eagle who thrives in the storm. I have shown you the mindset. I have shown you the metaphors, but there is one final wall you have to climb. There is a shadow that follows every entrepreneur, a secret enemy that kills more businesses than the economy ever could. If you want to know how to defeat that shadow and ensure your business doesn't just start, but thrives, make sure you have liked this video and hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss the next part, because what I'm about to tell you next is the difference between a dreamer and a conqueror. Stay tuned. The journey has just begun.